I think so many of us have wanted to try a hobby or start something new, and the fear of looking stupid while doing it overwhelms us. And due to that, it almost feels like the process of just learning something and being happy with the outcome of whatever happens is taken away from us. It becomes a challenge of proving ourselves to other people. And through that, we get imposter syndrome. Even more so, you've been doing something for so long, but you still feel like your genuine love for what you do and what you want to become is fake. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Improvement for Imbeciles podcast. I'm your podcast host, Natalie Etched, and today we are going to be talking all about imposter syndrome. Now, I'm here with my good friend, Laron.
How you guys doing? My name is Laron, aka just_ice_008.
Are you too cool for me or something? Take off your glasses.
Ma'am, what? I'm on your podcast. Excuse me. Yes, Miss Etch, I will take off my glasses. I'm sorry I came to your class looking like a fool, an idiot.
Do the glasses protect you and give you a sense of
Imposter syndrome? Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
it makes you it's like a personality flip. Like without the glasses, you're just Laron.
Whoa, time out. She's over here saying my other name, but what you said was kind of true though. The shades, it might alter personality. Let's say that.
So you have an alter personality. Does that help with imposter syndrome? Like having the glasses on makes you feel a lot more comfortable being yourself and doing what you do. And also share a little bit about what you do so the audience can understand why I had you on for this episode.
Definitely. Once again, you guys, my name is, Laron. Not Larry or Laron this time. I am a curator, director, / VIP host, / event planner, / man in many hats. I work the nightlife, I work at the arenas, the festivals. But with the glasses is that I work the nightlife, from the venues to the clubs to the lounges and the restaurants. And, it's night. You gotta look a certain way to appeal to people. And having these shades give me the confidence and give me the certain cool look. Like, oh, this guy wearing a gold whatever type silky suit and some gold glasses and a Leo lion chain. Maybe I should listen to him. Or, some girls be like, hey, he dressed nice, he smells good.
Yeah,
give him a second.
We get it. One thing I really want to talk about when it comes to imposter syndrome is the comfort zone. So getting into the nightlife for you was probably very, very uncomfortable at first, especially since your previous jobs were more professional and, essentially all the creative work he's done, he's had to build himself to this point. And I really wanted to talk about imposter syndrome with you because you really emulated creating an entire new version of yourself.
True.
Instead of just being stable and, hitting kind of a plateau, you've chosen to break out of your shell and do things that even your family didn't agree with. So we're going to be getting into all of that. But first and foremost, I want to talk about the comfort zone and the characteristics of the comfort zone.
Okay. Let's talk about, I know we already talked about a little about confidence, but another characteristic is say in the comfortable zone is basically is putting yourself in a uncomfortable position to get comfortable. A lot of times, going to that new job, meeting new people, or maybe shooting your shot towards your crush, is going to be uncomfortable.
Well, that's the uncomfort zone. Why are people so attached to their comfort zones? Because we got to think about attachment.
Gotcha.
Obviously, when we think about breaking out of the comfort zone, it does seem like this thing that's like, I want to break outside of my comfort zone. I don't want to have imposter syndrome. I want to do all the things that I've been craving for my entire life, but I fear rejection. I fear looking stupid. When we talk about the comfort zone, there is a level of validity there of why people feel so scared.
Got it. I see what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Just to piggyback what you said is 100% true. People are afraid of getting rejected. People are afraid of change, moving forward, getting out their normal routine. My normal routine was go to work, do some loans. I did financial banking back then, help people succeed financially, go home, go to sleep. I did that consistently and I was not happy, but also I was too scared to move out of that position or change that factor, or not change that factor, but change that way of thinking in my life. I want to just okay, maybe something will just happen to me. Maybe somebody will come knocking on my door and be like, oh, hey, this is the way. Get yourself out of this uncomfortable position.
So kind of like you wanted someone to save you in a way.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, I think that's so true about the comfort zone. Like sometimes we stay within our comfort zones because in a way we are attached to the version of ourselves where we're not doing as much as we know we want to.
That is true. And I wanted somebody to save me. Most people want to be saved, and I was waiting for an opportunity or for someone to save me, whether it's a friend, whether it's a new position at work, whether meeting new people or my situation changed, winning $1 million out of nowhere, you know? Like, I waited for such a long time for somebody or for something to happen in my life instead of me actually doing something about it.
Nobody's going to save you.
No, facts.
Nobody is going to come and rescue you from the comfort zone that you put yourself in. And I think that's so important to realize because oftentimes we stay in our comfort zone and complain about it so much when in reality, the only way to get out of it is to be uncomfortable.
Facts.
Like that's the only way to do it.
And I think the first step for a lot of people, some people seek consultant therapy or maybe somebody to talk to, which nothing wrong with that. The best thing or one of the best things is hitting the gym. Like I'm not scientific or anything like that, but like when I start hitting the gym, after I hit the gym, I wanted to do more stuff. Like I want to be productive.
Yeah. I feel like for so many people, it's fear.
It is fear.
You know, like we're scared to really reach our full potential. And the reason why we put ourselves in the same situations over and over again or repeat the same patterns, maybe even with different people, is really because we fear unlocking the best version of ourselves. Because we don't know the type of people who will leave our life or enter our life if we really reveal to ourselves who we truly are and find ourselves again.
I think a lot of times as well, social media and other people, potentially a lot of other people, are holding you back. Now, I'm not saying, go rob a bank and stuff like that. But if you see yourself, you want to be surrounded of other people, of like-minded individuals, If you in that same circle that talk about the exact same things or gossip, nothing wrong with gossip every now and then, but just always talk about gossip and always talk about, oh, I want to be that supermodel. Oh, I want to be that person. You're not talking about how to be that supermodel, how to be that singer. They say losers gossip. People who are stagnant talk about the news. People who are winners talk about ideas. And so with that fear, if you're always talking about or doing the same type of thing with the same people, if you have other plans in your life and you're just thinking about it, then it's not going to happen. And then also with social media, social media is big. Everybody uses social media. You might think, oh, I can never be that person, or I can't do what he does. And I think that's hold a lot of people back. That even hold me back.
Well, I also think, though, you were just saying, though, people who are stagnant talk about the news or, gossip. I do think there is an essence of gossiping that is very much so human nature,
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about various things, but if you don't have a level of depth of why you're so bothered by other people winning, then you're never going to become a winner.
Facts.
You are going to stay a loser.
Yep.
It's one thing to be bothered by someone else's success internally, but that's your ego. Mm-hmm. That's not who you actually are. That's not your essence. That's just your ego being hurt because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yep. And you taking that energy, that negative energy, and you putting that to other people. And then what people don't realize is that if you're a hater and then you're putting that negative energy onto somebody else and you making them feel bad, or they may become a hater and they probably gonna feel like, I can't do this either.
So when we talk about comfort zones, we have fear and then we also have comfort. The main reason people like the comfort zone is because shit's comfortable. It's easy to just go home and play video games for 5 hours and go to bed. It's easy to go and scroll on TikTok until you fall asleep. But does that make you feel good about yourself? No.
No, it did not.
And that's why so many people don't recognize that you need to start choosing the habit with the highest reward. The reason why you're sad isn't because you need to start doing less or because, you need to rest more. I don't know. A lot of people, prioritize your mental health. Prioritizing your mental health is not doing jack shit all day.
That's true.
Like, it's not doing jack shit all day. It's getting off your ass and doing the things that you don't want to do, because at the end of the day, does it suck doing things you don't want to do? Yeah. But does it suck not doing those things and falling behind in life? That sucks a lot more.
What you said is true. There's nothing wrong playing video games, checking on your mental health and doing stuff like that. However, if you're using that as an excuse excuse to not get that promotion, or maybe outdoing Becky in a yoga class lesson, Who knows?
Screw Becky.
Ricky.
Stop trying to outdo someone else and start focusing on yourself.
Exactly,
Because I feel like when you focus too much on, oh my God, what's she doing? I need to outdo this person. I need to do better than them. It's me against me. At the end of the day, a lot of you are not doing things because you genuinely have passion for them. You're doing them out of spite and out of resentment for what you perceive other people doing better than you doing. That person isn't doing better than you. You just perceive them as doing better than you, which is why you have this subconscious hate for them and feeling that you have to prove yourself. A lot of the comfort zone, in my opinion, is that proving energy. And so to get back to that imposter syndrome, right? Imposter syndrome is feeling like a fake. You're feeling like a fake because you feel like you have to perform. You feel like you have to prove yourself in a way that is naturally more inauthentic to you, or you're performing in a way that's not your greatest potential. So therefore it's coming out like, this isn't actually what you're wanting to be doing. You're scared. You're like, oh my God, I'm an imposter. You're an imposter because you're doing things for the wrong reasons. It's your intentions behind the act.
No, that's 100% true. And here's the thing. When I see people winning, it makes me want to do like, okay, what I got to do to improve myself. And like, if I see somebody doing good, better than what I'm doing, I'm going to hit them up. I'll send them a DM.
That comfort zone can get you in that victim mindset of nothing good ever happens to me. But that is actually a little bit comfortable in the sense of you don't have to get your hopes up for when good things do happen to you. You don't have to feel like scared of what if all of the work I'm doing is literally for no reason and I'll never get recognized and I'll never meet my dreams and I'll never do what I truly want to do in life. It's a lot easier to just do what other people tell you to do. And so if you're listening to this and you are following your own heart, I'm so proud of you, even if you do feel like an imposter. Because at the end of the day that comes where you finally are living the life you want to live, you won't have that feeling of being an imposter because you beat the odds. What are some times in your life that you've self-sabotaged?
Man, when I fell in love.
Real.
Yeah, it was real. The first time I fell in love, I still sabotaged that so crazy that I didn't know what to do. And she was kind of feeling me too. It was just like, it was new emotions that I did not know how to handle. And then, I got jealous for the first time. And then, I sabotaged that crazy bad.
Why do you call that self-sabotage?
Because I had issues growing up. I'm not perfect. I had issues growing up. And I used those issues and victim mindset to self-sabotage the relationship. And then it just broken apart because insecurity, jealousy, it was going good too at one point. And then I felt like, okay, it's probably going too good. I started doing things just to get a reaction. I was self-sabotaging like crazy.
I mean, yes, it's self-sabotaging, but that also was meant to happen in order for you to value relationships differently in your life. So for those of you that are listening to this and you are feeling like you're self-sabotaging, ask yourself what the underlying fear is that you are avoiding. What are you avoiding and why do you feel like you are sabotaging things for yourself? Because sometimes what you think you're sabotaging is really just protection in some mystical way, in some way of like, honestly, I'm spiritual, so I sometimes believe we sabotage things for ourselves because they were never meant to happen from the beginning. That thing was meant to fall apart for you to realize something about yourself. And so that's more of a deeper thing. Now that you're dealing with that imposter syndrome, you're recognizing, am I sabotaging myself? Why do I feel this way? Why don't I value my time and effort? Well, number one, you might not be putting in enough conviction to your goals, or you're doing the things you're doing without an underlying motivator that is self-sufficient rather than dependent on other people around you and making other people happy. If you're living your life for everyone else, you're constantly going to feel like an imposter.
All the time. You're not being happy for yourself. And that was like me at the bank. I do, despite you guys hearing all my imperfections, I'm an elevator, I'm a networker agent. So a lot of self-sabotage I noticed from other people, besides myself this time, they get into their goals, but they play it really, really close, like coming in late, going to these shoots. Maybe I should take a shower. maybe you will not see sometimes. Maybe I should brush my hair. Maybe wear nice clothing.
That's true. And I also really want to talk about healthy comfort zones versus unhealthy comfort zones, because I believe that a lot of the comfort zones we talk about are usually the negative ones, but the comfort zone is there for a reason at the end of the day. It's like a cat in a box, right? My cat loves this one box in my house.
Meow.
And so when she's scared or something happens to her, she'll always try to find some enclosed space. And it's like under my bookshelf, she loves to go to this one space. And so that is your figurative comfort zone. Does it serve a purpose? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But can she go and eat her food and water under there or go to the bathroom? No. So what you'll notice about your comfort zone is sometimes you sacrifice your necessities and the things you really desire in life in order to stay stagnant and feel safer. A good way to practice healthy comfort zones is positive affirmations, leaning on the strong qualities of yourself. So when you're within a comfort zone that makes you feel good about yourself, you'll stop demonizing it so much and feeling like it's useless. Because right now, the reason why you're so attached to that comfort zone is because usually that comfort zone validates your self-concept that is mostly negative. Switching from relying on validation from other people to say you're doing good and you aren't an imposter. It takes courage to be able to flip that and go, you know what? I'm not reliant on if these people do or don't believe in what I'm doing. I'm going to do me.
I think that's especially really hard being a creator, especially you know, with the type of work you do. I know a variety of different other creators, I know on the other side of the coast, which you haven't met yet, that they could get like hundreds or thousands of positive comments, maybe a good 50 or maybe 100 negative comments. And then that would put them down and they question themselves. Am I doing the right thing? Is my message really getting out there? You know, 80% loving it, but sometimes people focus too much on that 20%. Do you find yourself doing that?
I do. I think negativity is always going to be something our brain is geared towards. However, I do think it's a valid thing for creators who do get a lot of negative comments to really self-reflect, because I think the reality is a lot of people are not making the content that they want to make. They're making the content that's the most shocking and will give them the most money. And so when you're doing something without a true purpose, of course, you're going to question it when other people see through your own bullshit. Of course you're going to question that. For me, I don't really question it when I get a negative comment because I have such pure intentions and I follow my heart. When you follow your heart, people who don't have the capacity to recognize their own talents and their own feelings and have a level of depth, they're not meant to get it. I'm okay with not everyone getting my message. There is a part of me that wants to make a difference, but the part of me that resists sharing online and resists getting vulnerable has always caused me to be a lot more depressed than when I chose to get vulnerable and possibly face criticism or backlash for being myself.
No, you're 100% right. You talked about it earlier. You give up before even trying. You know, we talked about, you know, how people see other people on social media, actors, stars, or just maybe in whatever field position you're in management or corporate, you see people doing better than you and you like, oh, okay, they're doing that. I'm just going to give up without even trying. You think negatively, you know, you don't think about, okay, what can I do to get to that level? Do I need to come to work early? Do I need to open my account? You know, that could be the first thing. You know, a lot of YouTubers that I know who say who want to do YouTuber stream, the first step is probably creating an account. They still haven't did that, you know, because they're thinking too much about, what I'm going to do once I get 5 million subscribers, you know. You got to start from the first step or opening that door first, which is creating an account. And I 100% agree. A lot of people give up before they actually do something.
I think that the main thing is to really, really value the things you're doing and have that purpose, because life without purpose is meaningless. And I've said that in so many of my videos, but it's so true, because if you don't have a purpose of why you're doing something, it's easy to feel like you're faking it or that you're not doing something for the right reasons. Focus on your intention, and when your intention is pure, everything else will fall into place. Some people aren't meant to see your vision because they're blind. Okay? A lot of times under imposter syndrome is feeling like you're not good enough while simultaneously not doing what you truly want to do because you're going to look stupid or you don't have the qualities and credentials in order to do that. You know what I mean? Like, you're disqualifying yourself before you've even tried. And when you disqualify yourself, you are also just giving up on your dream before you've even started it. Stay grounded. Don't think about, well, what about this, and that, and what if this happens? And you haven't even done anything.
Exactly.
Like, you haven't done anything. Like, you don't have to worry about that. When it happens, it happens. If
Haven't
it doesn't,
created
it
that
doesn't.
email, If you also really think about it on a deeper level, I think there are a lot of people doing things just for doing it. Everybody works the job, but do they really want to do that job? No. They probably want to do a different position, a different field,
I think that when it comes to people doing stuff that they don't want to do, again, you have to ask yourself, what's the goal?
Yeah.
Right? It's okay to work in something you don't necessarily love, but you also have to recognize what your goal is and have a plan to, okay, I'm doing this for this amount of time, and then I'm retiring and traveling the world.
Exactly.
Or I'm going to do this. It can feel very, very difficult when you don't necessarily have a goal for why you're doing something, and that in of itself can feel like, I'm just a fake. Like, I don't even like this. I have to put a smile on every day and act like I enjoy my job and act like everything is fine, when in reality, like, my life is shit. I think that pressure really, really messes people up in a lot of ways because they assume that their life is supposed to be 100% all of the time, but in reality, like, life is a bitch.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But as long as you protect the things that really make you happy, have those things that make you happy. Protect the things in your life that give you value and make you feel like you have purpose. You have to identify what you're truly scared of. Like the cat inside the box, right? That cat is going to stay inside that box until it feels safe to go out. But while it's inside the box, it's thinking very, very irrationally. What if this happens? The mechanisms in our brain, our fear responses, will constantly tell you to not do something because it perceives rejection as a threat to your livelihood. But what happens if you are rejected? You move on with your life. Like, if shit is really that bad, you can get up and you can move to another city and start the fuck over.
Yeah.
Like, really think about it. Like, if you start thinking worst case scenario all of the damn time, you'll
get depressed.
Well, you'll get depressed. And also, you'll realize how fucking dumb you sound.
Yep.
Like, you sound dumb thinking about all of the things of, like, worst case scenario, I'll move out of the country. And yeah, great. You just gave yourself the solution. You just gave yourself the solution. Worst case scenario, you kick
Get
rocks,
It could be baby steps, too, for your dream,
If you think what if, think a very, very illogical thing so that you can laugh at yourself and not even take yourself seriously anymore. Like, you need to stop taking yourself so goddamn seriously. I think that's the main thing. Like,
even for me to piggyback on that. So, I know we talk about a little bit what I do, creative director, I work the nightlife. My 9 to 5 is that, I do IT. I'm on a computer, typing stuff now. But I use that 9 to 5 to fuel the stuff I want to do. And I also had to get out of that illogical or fear thinking, making excuses for myself. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do that. Like you mentioned, I 100% agree. You got to have a plan. You got to have a goal in order to reach that. So there's nothing wrong having a regular job. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people love having a regular job. But for those who do not want that regular job or have other aspirations, use that job to feel or make a plan to get to that goal or aspiration you want to achieve.
To wrap this all up, I really want to ask you your imposter syndrome story.
Okay, which one?
Well, the one that you were just talking about, you were working a regular professional job and then all of a sudden you got into this nightlife. Like, how did you get to the point with yourself where now you're this creative director and you're, Laron?
Well, first off, we all have issues. Nobody's not perfect. I don't have everything, I'm trying to get more stuff, but soon. I did financial work. I was a personal banker, and that was more, like I mentioned before, wake up, go to work. And it was pretty good money, don't get me wrong. It was good money at the time, but I got bigger. I stopped moving around as much. I started using that money to buy a lot of food, and then I just got just depressed and sad and lonely because I didn't feel satisfied. I didn't realize that I was not satisfied. I was not happy doing that. I started to go out. I started using that money to hit the nightlife, hit downtown, hit a couple bars, restaurants, lounges, go dancing, salsa, merengue, swing dancing. People were asking my name, Laron. And some people used to say like, oh, like laryngitis, and that just ticks me off. And I was like, ugh.
They did you like that?
Yeah, they did me like that. Yeah.
What?
Just to get on my nerves. They knew it too. I did it on purpose. Some girl was like, hey, it's Laron. And so I start going by Laron. People start noticing that I have charisma. I had a vibe. I had a positive energy despite how I looked. But I still didn't have a look. And I was a little bit depressed. I was getting on the chunky side. And so I start hitting the gym.
So you basically created like an entire new version
of myself. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
basically.
like after the nightlife stuff, that's when you started getting into like creative directing, and you were just like,
yeah. So after
just
that,
ice.
the just ice. Yeah.
This
and then
dude,
yeah,
like every time he
crazy.
introduces himself with his Instagram handle. Oh God.
Hey, your biggest cheerleader is yourself. You gotta build yourself up. But no, it was hard. Yeah, I started having a new brand. People started calling me by Laron, not laryngitis no more. And I started having certain people around me that other people noticed, whether it was like, pretty girls, whether it was like DJs or dancers, entertainers, YouTubers, TikTokers. People started noticing that. I also felt that, I didn't qualify, because I was this guy who working at the bank, That was kind of like imposter syndrome for me, because look how I dress now. I didn't dress like this. It was all this is new, but nothing wrong with change. But at the same time, it was scary. It was scary because once I started doing different things, people gonna start saying, oh, you're fake, you're not real. Or maybe I just found another version of myself, which I didn't know I had until I unlocked it, like a new stage, a new level in life. I unlocked a new level in the next phase of my life.
Yeah. Creating a new version of yourself is always going to feel uncomfortable. So you doing that, it also is like getting in different scenes and also making yourself known. So if you're dealing with imposter syndrome, sometimes it's just you're not appeasing to the people that you're supposed to be. Number one, you shouldn't be trying to please anyone.
Facts.
And number two, when you go outside yourself and try to seek out that validation, sometimes you're just around the wrong people, and that can make you feel like you're fake, because in order to feel accepted, you have to put on kind of like this different persona, like you're real, because you're not doing these things for other people anymore. So I think that's the biggest key takeaway from this podcast episode, is to really look behind your intentions of why you're doing something, because oftentimes imposter syndrome isn't just feeling fake, it's being fake to yourself because you're trying to keep up with an image that you are not.
Facts.
Exactly. So with that being said, you guys, I also want to shout out Imported Studios. So if you're in the Sacramento area, be sure to check out Imported Studios if you actually want to start your podcast or anything like that. I really appreciate them for having me here today, as well as be sure to check out my social medias, Instagram at mylifeasetched, TikTok and Snapchat at natalie etched. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Laron, be sure to follow just ice just underscore ice underscore
008.
Yeah.
Also, I like this lighting. We look good though. The different shades over here, chocolate and vanilla.
Never say that again.
Okay. What about mayonnaise?
You just call me mayonnaise, asshole.
I did.
Okay, you're done.
I'm done.
You're
I'm canceled.
done.
Never
done.
coming back.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Bye, guys.
Bye, you guys.